So we'll talk about acids, bases and salts. So before we talk about acids and bases and salts, so what do you mean by acids and bases and salts? Okay, let's just understand this. So we have heard any one of us, one of our family members would have suffered from acidity, lack of digestion. So which is nothing but acidity, which is treated by either by taking the milk of magnesia. So what is milk of magnesia? Which is a base which neutralizes the acidity and causes proper digestion. Okay, so how do we test an acid or a base? So the one way of doing is by tasting it out. So generally acids taste sour and bases are bitter in taste. So we cannot do all the substances, or we cannot test all the substances by tasting it out. So the other way of doing is by using indicators. So there are few indicators, natural indicators exist which can be used for testing of an acid or base. So one such example is litmus paper. So litmus paper can be used for testing an acid. So acids turns litmus paper blue litmus to red, and then bases turns red litmus to blue. Okay, so we are talking about litmus paper. So it has been extracted from lichen, and then which belong to the plant division of Talobita. So there are other natural indicators including turmeric. Turmeric can act as a natural indicators. Other than natural indicators, there are synthetic indicators like phenolphthalein and methylamine. So now let us understand chemical properties of acids and bases. So before we deep down, so what do we see how a metals reacts with acid or bases? Reaction of acids and bases with metals. So acids reacts with metals to form salts and releases hydrogen gas. So one example we can take it as zinc reacts with HCl, so dilute HCl to form zinc chloride, ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas, and then bases. Okay. Zinc reacts to form sodium zinc. So both acids and bases reacts with metals to form salts and releases hydrogen gas. So here in case of the next property is how metal carbonates or metal hydrogen carbonates reacts with acids. So metal carbonates, metal hydrogen carbonates reacts with the acid to form salts, water and carbon dioxide. Examples: sodium carbonate reacts with dilute Cl, gives rise to NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. And then metal hydrogen carbonates, NaH, CO3 plus HCl. CO2 plus H2O. So the other properties, how do acids and bases react with each other?